Hello, my dear friends, how are you? And for a long time, I could not take you to a natural viewpoint, so that I have brought you all here to one of the most fascinating natural viewpoint located closer to Gampa area, and this is one of the most fascinating places in the area for anyone to visit. So from here onwards, uh, I want to show you all that one by one, and so let's go there little by little up to the highest point of the mountain to show you the viewpoint so clearly. Anyway, friends, this viewpoint lies on the uppermost place of a picturesque mountain, and this mountain is the first highest mountain you find when you travel from Colombo to Kandy side along Colombo Kandy Road. And when you travel either from Colombo or Gampaha or from Kandy direction, you have to take your turn at Miriswata Junction, and from there you have to travel along Vaturugama Road about 5 kilometers to reach this historic and scenic location called Maliga Gala according to earliest historical records. And if you travel to this place by vehicle, parking facilities too are available here on the ground level of the mountain. And from here, from the ground level, you have to climb over 800 feet to reach the topmost point of the viewpoint. And according to archaeological findings, the history of this place goes back to the early Anuradhapura period, and the ancient rock caves you find here have given shelter to King Valagamba during the Chola invasion period of 14 years to train his armies to fight against those Tamil invaders. And at the same time, tooth relic of Buddha too had been hidden in a specially prepared rock cave for safety before being carried it to Delgamua temple in Ratnapura during the Kotte period, and then the king of Kotte was Don Juan Dharmapala. And this is the said rock cave where the tooth relic had been securely protected. And today you can see the cave has been considerably dilapidated due to the environmental reasons. And further you can see the excavated square shaped stone container, and this is the stone container which has several holes where the treasures had been safely stored during the early Anuradhapura period. And you see here also the stone cover or the lid that was used to cover up the stone treasure container, but the lid is broken today. And here you also can see the amazing engraved stone door frame and huge but dilapidated thick walls of the rock cave, which gave the protection to the tooth relic. And this is the present day condition of the inside of the cave, where the tooth relic had been protected some hundreds years ago. Well, friends, in addition to that, you can also see here the natural water pool found under a huge rock cave, though it is modified later on. But during the cave's time, King and his people are reported to have used the waters of this pool, and which will not run dry even during drought periods, for their needs during his exile period. This is one such cave I told you of. Okay, friends, on the way to the summit or to the viewpoint, you can come across several rock caves used by the prehistoric men to get shelter during the Stone Age era. And the one I showed you is one such cave. And all these rock caves are still carved with drip ledges and covered with dense forest, which has become the habitat to many jungle beasts even to this day. And these are the animals you come across when you travel to the top of the mountain. Okay, friend. And this is another such cave where the megalithic people lived some thousands years ago. And see the inside of the cave. Very dark. But cooler even during the daytime. Well, friend, this is one more such rock cave where the early men lived, and through which we have to travel to the topmost place of the rock or mountain. Anyway, the climbing to the summit of the mountain is not difficult thanks to the engraved rocky steps all along the way to the top of the mountain. And you see here how steps are engraved up to the very summit of the rock. Very beautiful engraved steps. They may have been built some centuries ago. Well friends, now we are going through the jungle area to climb the mountain, and you see both sides of the rock here jungle covers the rock. And in distance, again you see the steps. And from there, we have a sharp cliff to climb. But steps are there. So the journey is not that much difficult. And the coolness of the environment provides us the necessary coolness. To get rid of difficulty in journey. Okay friends, through this rocky gap, which is very long, more than 200 feet, we have to climb step by step to the uppermost place of the natural viewpoint. Both sides we have the huge rock, but steps are given here, so the journey is not difficult. So little by little we are climbing through the steps here to take you to the topmost place of the rock. Anyway friends, the top of the mountain is a vast flat area, and now we are on the top of the rock. And according to the historical facts, this rocky flat area is also the place where the citadel of the king had been built some centuries ago. But friends, to this day, nothing of the ruins is found here due to the environmental effects and also due to the harsh acts of treasure hunters. And in distance, you can see the panoramic view. Beautiful landscape all around us. But friends, the beautiful rocky pond close by to which the citadel or the palace of the king had been erected is still to be seen here. Anyway, today many visitors used to climb up to the very top of this mountain due to its scenic value. Because when you are staying on the summit, you can enjoy really a breathtaking and panoramic view to the very point of the horizon belt. stay the summit of this mountain as we come to a very popular enchanting viewpoint for very many visitors who used to come here almost daily. And when you are on the top of the mountain, the softer winds that come from far distant corners of the overlooking mountain ranges give your body an inexpressible comfort. Okay friends, while you are on the top of the mountain, you can see truly a breathtaking view of the far distant mountains, jungle areas filled with much greenery, valleys and many other natural phenomena. Also you can see many high-rising buildings in the city of Colombo. For example, Bank of Ceylon Tower, Lotus Tower, Colombo Harbour and many more things. Further, your eyes can view the entire western seabelt up to the horizon, and also you can see the moving of ships in the ocean closer to Colombo Harbour. Anyhow, if you can stay here only one night, as many visitors do, you can view the entire city of Colombo illuminating brilliantly with myriad of bulbs and colorful lights. Moreover, towards the eastwards and northwards, you can see many other scenic locations. For example, Sripada Mountain, or Adams Peak, Vidruthalagala Mountain in Aurelia, and various other endless panoramic views of the country. And friends, if you are able to stay on the summit in one moonlit night, the beauty of the canopy of stars you experience here would actually be inexpressible. And apart from all that, in the early morning hours, you can clearly view how majestically the sun emerges through the horizon in the eastern sky. And you can view the same paramount scenery of the setting of the sun through the horizon of the western sky during the late evening hours. This is the eastern side of the viewpoint, and in far distant corners you see the huge mountain range. This is the upcountry area side. And during the clear day, you can see even Batalegala rock. Okay, now I have brought you to the northwest side of the viewpoint, and in distance you can see different towns and the buildings you can see from this place. And you see endless mountain range, very beautiful, scenic and fantastic. So friends, don't forget to pay a visit to this scenic viewpoint. if you are a genuine nature lover and also a person who is really interested in exploring historical things. And now I have come to the end of this video and hope you will surely watch this one with mind filled with happiness and enthusiasm. Hoping to meet you soon with a similar kind of episode. I say goodbye to you all. Thank you. Bye bye.